I struggle with everything. Sometimes I even forget I'm the commissioner. I'm a very collaborative type leader. Here I came in and burst their bubble. I look at it from a leadership point of view. I forget, first of all, it's no different than when I call Walmart and get the wrong department. I would expect somebody to direct me. I always say, and it's been my sort of mantra for several years of my career, is never start the conversation with no. Like, let's try to see how we can do something. Excuse me. But I have another mantra that says one voice with flexibility. And
I just wanted to go back. You talked about handwritten versus electronic notes. You talked about that in your statement as well.
sorry.
It's okay. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who could answer that in your organization?
The commanding officer would be, or the criminal operations officer under the, I don't know if it's called the operational strategy branch.
If you call those people today, I'm guessing they're going to report back to you.
Yeah, if I had time to call them today.
But,
yes.
well, I'll leave to see she's there, Commissioner,
No.
but if you issued a directive.
There is training, tactical equipment, uniform, systemic racism or systemic barriers. What's the risk of doing it and what's the risk of not doing it? You have to make sure that people buy into it, because otherwise it's really a waste of time. I'm the commissioner of the RCMP, and my senior executive committee is, we're right, and this is what we're gonna do. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So push the envelope and move the yardstick. 10-pound trigger pull on a firearm. When I first joined the RCMP, every single senior executive was a white male and was a police officer. How can we be more inclusive? Eliminate small-statured people.
The 𝐿𝐿𝐼 review underway.
I'm such a stickler about compliance. Like, that needed to be done better. I'm a glass half full kind of person. I always try to seek some understanding as to why that would happen. And even myself, I scratched my head and said, what does that mean? When I try to understand how things happen, then I try to figure out how we can make it not happen. I was struggling with that. Of course, I pride myself on knowing that information or getting the information. I'm not the chief learning officer. I don't know. There could be possibly online courses. I have no idea. It's not always, there's always a fear that you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't sometimes. Sorry.
Have you done anything yourself in terms of...
Myself, no. I'm not a person who gets angry. It really bothers me when I do that. The straw that broke the camel's back. Widgets or this glass of water. I got the wrong answer. I transmitted the wrong answer. I'm not that type of person. Make the right wrong. That's who I am. I forget, first of all, I know what I said. I know how I said it. I had zero self-awareness. That's not the person I am. I had no idea. I don't know, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a hurtful person. I cannot walk an inch. I can't walk a mile. I can't walk anything. Well, in policing, we often say there's 3 sides to a story. I struggle with what those words are. I'm very conscious of trauma and hurt. Why would I want to do that at that time? That's the questions I ask myself. I have no recollection of that. It didn't matter to me. I look back and I think to myself, I had no idea. I'm trying to explain myself 7 different ways from Sunday here. I find myself a little bit frustrated because I have no idea. She was misinformed, or she misinformed me. I gave the wrong information. When I am asked a question and I give the wrong answer, I don't like to do that. Misinformation. When I gave the misinformation, I'm not a gun expert by any means. I am so not that person. I'm just not an expert in firearms. I'm ashamed to say I'm not even that intimately involved with firearms, even at that level. I have to say I don't know. I don't intimately know those, but what you're saying. I'm trusting that it's true. I wasn't privy to a lot of it, but the fact is I had many conversations with the minister or the minister's staff. I'm the only one who can tell you that. And I can't be the one that goes down and makes sure everything happens. So I have people to do that. It was kind of my pet peeve. And that's kind of
Goes
my
back to one of the
that's
things
kind of
that-
my shtick,
Yeah.
like put it in there so we can see it. And I was away, and my memory's not very good on it. Policy and reviews, when to review notebooks. Again, I don't know them. I will. And you only need to testify in court once. That's how, these are my feelings.
Yeah.
I'm not the expert, obviously, these are just my opinions. And I think it's just, I'm pulling it out of a memory that, because this is what you need to know. Sometimes I even forget I'm the commissioner. The power of the commissioner's office. And I just can't figure out how to put the caramel in that caramel bar for some reason. But I don't think I'm communicating properly.
Do you remember what the question was?
No. Sorry.